We're gonna have 4 players play in the first day 1 group stage. Look at the player list that we have here.
Like, I'm injured too. What are you doing? Like, what the?
Oh man.
We just need Chris CCH to leave Seattle. Just come to
I
SoCal,
know,
bro.
right.
We need you.
Oh, but here we go. It's KnuckleDu and JB again. KnuckleDu, the first the first Capcom Cup Street Fighter V champion. KnuckleDu Dang. Going up against JB over here. Very little has to be said about KnuckleDu, but as you can see right here, starting off with the classic Guile zoning.
JB, I will say another one of his specialties besides his rushdown is how good he is at breaking down characters and understanding matchups. Most people I've seen against Guile that just walk and block, he started off parrying, and look, his drive meter is very high.
Well, interestingly enough, I think they changed it so that, oh yeah, you're not gonna, he was trying to go through a Sonic Boom. He wasn't trying to catch him by surprise.
Yeah, he saw him like walking back. You thought the fireball was coming, right? That's kind of something you have to do against Guile. You have to either jump or drive impact. You have to guess.
But I think in the second beta they made it so that if you drive parry a projectile, you're at a net 0.
You're at a net 0. Oh,
yeah.
If you drive impact.
I'm sorry, if you drive parry the projectile, because they didn't want you to be able to.
Oh, because they want a difference between perfect parry, right?
Right. Yeah. And they want again. They want projectiles to be strong in this game, you know?
They do. I think having that 0 is pretty good because all the normals are 4 frames, right? Like the fastest normal is 4 frames, right?
Dude, I'm telling you right now, too, that, you know, with projectiles being good, I just know guys like Zapparino's like, please bring back Sagat now.
let's not do that, you know? We already got Guile. Just learn how to charge Zap, you know?
Oh, man.
Oh, man, that's brutal. Oh, nice punish, though.
Yeah. And another thing, great thing for us, you know.
Oh, wow, look how much he got back. That was crazy. So much drive meter. I like this display of parry he's using, but you
see how whenever he parries it, he doesn't gain any
that's
extra.
What you mean.
Yeah,
it's net zero
on the drive gauge. Yeah, it drains half and then it builds half back. So that's all it gets.
Oh boy! He's gonna try to chip him.
Yeah, he's trying to gray him out.
Nice parries though, JB.
But see, that time it only cost 1 to drain it down, but then he parried 4 of them, so he did get a plus.
Oh, he did.
He did get a net positive that time.
So. If there's enough consecutive parries, I mean,
yeah.
Man, you know, JB, he had the right idea, but dude, he's very good at altering his timings, like with the booms. Like you have, for those you don't know in chat or in the crowd, you can do like a light, medium, or heavy fireball. It changes the speed. So dude started doing some light ones to throw him off. I hate that. It's just so hard to deal with the boom game, man.
I remember talking to somebody on my stream one time. You know, I was trying to teach them the projectile game, and yeah, when you play a character first time, you're like, well, heavy is the fastest one, so clearly this is the only one that I should throw. But man, switching between all 3 speeds is so important. The light one gives you more time to react, but allows the player to advance from full screen. The heavy one locks them down full screen better, but if they jump over it, you can't do anything about it as easily. Like, there's so much subtlety in the projectile game that a lot of times when you watch someone like KnuckleDu throwing Sonic Booms, you're like, this is just, oh, it's so easy. Just spam Sonic Booms.
I know.
And it's not like that at all.
And like, I also think in 5, especially with like a Ryu, for instance, it was kind of hard to differentiate how slow a fireball would be, how the usage of it. But in here, you can clearly see how slow the boom is. Like, it's worth mixing the timings up. This is good because if Du is in that state, or Guile, if he gets him in the burnout, it's just GG. You lose like 40% of your chip if you block those booms.
And you see, whenever JB got close, that's when KnuckleDu would start throwing the light Sonic Boom, so he had the time to react with the anti-air. But nice jump from JB, trying to get in here with this pressure.
You know what's funny is Du's blocking them because he's assuming he should be getting jumped in on clean, but not this guy, brother.
Oh, here we go. Gets the hit, gets the combo, and there's the anti-air, and that's a trade that every Guile will take for their entire lives, trading with that crouching heavy punch.
100%.
Drive rushes in with the low, and now the overhead.
Brutal, dude. I don't think anyone wanted to play KnuckleDu, man. This character is just a beast. Good stuff to do. JB, you know, put a lot of good display on the parry. I like the ideas. It's just this character's a little,
it needs a little look.
For 5 to 6. Everybody's excited, like even the non-competitive players.
Right.
because Street Fighter 6 offers more than just the fighting aspect. It's open world, all that.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of one-player content in the game as well.
I think that's very important.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it probably doesn't hurt that Guile is really kind of good right now.
It's not bad. Not bad character.
Okay, so we finally get to see a little bit of Kimberly here. This was a character that I played during the beta, and I think she's so much fun.
Think she's good?
I think she's strong. I wouldn't say, like, for example, Guile was a very hard fight to deal with, but she definitely has a lot of tricks, a lot of good mix-ups. She has probably some of the best corner Oki in the game. So if she gets you into the corner like this, it's good anti-air reaction from Ada.
I know Nephew's a really strong player already. Like he got second place in the beta tournament.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I fought him a couple of times during the beta. I was telling Alex, and his reactions and his checking drive rushes and his ability to drive rush to keep the pressure was amazing.
I haven't seen much of Strider, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, another
player. I didn't see part of the beta either.
I mean, he's kind of had a very similar kind of timeline that you've had, right? So he played very early on, went with some Cammy, then eventually found Laura, and Laura worked out for him for a while. But then he kind of stopped going to tournaments and such. But that's why it's so awesome to see him back. Like you said, a lot of Street Fighter 4 players and Street Fighter 5 players. It's going to be interesting to see the clash of the two scenes here. Oh, and then there's the punish counters, of course. In this game, in previous Street Fighters, we had counter hits when you hit someone out of the startup of their moves, but now if you punish them, you get better combos than than any other kind of combos at all.
Yeah, so I guess punish counter is like a replacement for a crush counter in Street Fighter 5, huh?
But like I said, I mean, it adds so much hit stun to a lot of the moves, and you can see Strider using that foot speed of Kimberly.
That's a Nephew right now.
All right. Oh, drive rush in there. Tried to do a little bit of a shimmy, but that trade is going to work out for Strider. So Strider looking strong here, taking game number 1 over Nephew.
That was pretty quick work.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to play whoever wins this.
Yeah.
Who would you rather fight right now?
Well, during the beta, I didn't fight against Kimberly or Jury, really, so I don't know.
How much time did you get the chance to spend in the betas?
So I played the first 2 betas, and I played a lot.
Okay.
But that's about it. And as soon as the beta finished, I just went right back to Street Fighter 5.
Of course. I mean, like, obviously, like we said, you haven't been playing as much Street Fighter 5, towards the end. I don't want to put you on the spot here, but is KnuckleDu back? Is Du-Dang back?
Well, I got to see if my character is strong first.
Oh, okay.
I got to see if I'm good. I got to see if my kids will allow me to train. I'm at the mercy of my kids,
Yeah, of course.
They want to start crying when I start training.
Dude, how's the sleep been?
Yeah, it's rough, man. You got to sleep in increments of 2 hours.
Oh, jeez.
That's how it goes.
Oh, man. Yeah, but I'm sure a lot of people out there would be very, very excited to see you back in the mix of things. I know you had built up quite the fan base during your Street Fighter 5 run, so a lot of people out there chanting your names at tournaments and such. So, yes, there you see right there, Nephew using that drive rush to keep the pressure going, baits out the EX, and look at this big old punish here. Good damage, and tried to burn him out by ending the combo in the drive impact.
Oh, so you put yourself in a really bad spot if you wake up DP and it gets blocked because you waste 2 meters and you get a punish counter. That's actually really bad to get your DP baited.
Yeah, it's so dangerous, but it's interesting because previously in Street Fighter 5, at the start of the round, if you didn't have meter, you had to hold every mix-up. But in this game, since you start with the full meter, even though there's no true invincible DPs, you have the EXs accessible right away, so it changes kind of the flow of the match. You have to be wary of wake-up DPs from the get-go. Just like that.
Drive rush pressure.
Yeah, that's nice too. And a lot of people see that drive rush pressure. We saw, I think during the beginning session today, someone, I think it was JB, did drive rush low, drive rush high.
Yeah.
And drive parry, if you activate drive parry, it blocks both high and low. So if you think that someone's going to drive rush into you when you're getting up, you can just drive parry and block both of them. However, they can also drive rush and throw. And so that adds a little bit of an extra mix-up there. But a lot of people see that drive rush meaty, and it's like, oh, well, I have to hold this 50.
I'd rather take the throw than eat a whole overhead combo, you know?
Well, if you get thrown, it is a punish throw.
A punish, okay.
Yeah, so it does a lot of damage, and you can't back roll. But again, there's so many details of the mechanics in this game that is...
you know a lot about the beta. You found 6, James?
Yeah. Dude, in the beta, I spent so much time in the training mode.
Did you enjoy the beta?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I had withdrawals when the beta ended, for sure, so I was really sad. Because then I had to go back and play my low-tier character, Lucia, in Street Fighter V. Everybody,
pretty close match.
Everybody in the chat's like, shut up, James. She's not low tier. All right, fine. I'm low tier, okay? Leave me alone.
Yeah, Strider's cornered right now.
Yeah, you can see right here, final game here. And this is just for seeding, of course. This is just for seeding. No one is eliminated today.
Yeah, so I noticed Street Fighter 6, like, when players are put in a corner, they're very antsy because, you know, drive impact, the property changes when you're cornered.
Yeah.
You know, impact state.
Yeah, then your mental stack has to be so focused on the drive impact because it is so dangerous. So, oh, there we go. And here comes Nephew now, trying to finish this job off right now. That's a safe. That's an overhead, and that's another thing too. In this game, almost every overhead is safe on block, which is crazy.
But then if they do overhead from a drive rush, it's plus.
Yep.
Very different.
I think the only overhead that I saw was punishable on block was off of Guile's target combo, the crouching medium kick and the overhead.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's the only one that I know is punishable, but of course that's only with 8 characters, so we'll see what happens when the game comes out. There'll be 18 characters at start. Nephew's about to take this clips right over here.
Nephew takes it.
Yep, and you're going to go back up and play, right?
Oh, am I? I have no idea.
I'm not sure, but if you do go back up and play, make sure you go to the options and turn off the in-game commentary, because I think it's going right now, and people in the chat saying it's kind of distracting. So, okay, you give me the credit for that win, right? So yeah,
so that could be a little bit hard to get used to after we've played it for a while, but in the beginning, like, you can't really notice a 1-frame delay.
But I mean, how are you feeling? Because I know when I played you in the beta, I know I fought against like 2 or 3 different characters that you were going with right now. You're playing mostly Jury right now. Is that who you seem to be sticking with for now?
Yeah, I had the most experience with Jury in the beta. I picked her first, and then towards the end of the first beta, I started trying to like learn all the characters. And then the second beta, I wanted to try and learn someone new, so I was playing Chun-Li a lot. My Chun-Li was definitely not like very polished. She's a very technical character, and all of her combo routes are not really normal. So with all this stance cancel and stuff.
So which of the other characters that you haven't been able to try out yet are you like kind of looking forward to right now?
I think Kimberly actually seems pretty interesting because she has probably the best anti-fireball tools out of the whole cast so far.
Huh, really? Okay, because I was having trouble against Guiles, man.
I mean, Guile is just a different beast right now.
Okay, fair enough. Guile doesn't count as a projectile character.
Yeah, I think Chun-Li also does too with her Hazanshu, but I hadn't gotten used to using that too well yet.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's the corner pressure. Again, Kimberly has really, really amazing corner pressure. She's just one of those characters, once she gets you in there, it's this mix-up city, and that's one of the most fun things about this character.
Yeah, all the smoke cloud stuff is a little bit strange. Hard to interrupt, especially with drive impacts and drive rushes going around, all the colors.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Strider was using that crouch medium kick a lot with Kimberly. I think it's plus, but I just could not help myself from pressing a button every time because it doesn't look plus.
Yep. And it's interesting because, you know, obviously a lot of the things that you'll hear people talk about is most of the buttons are minus in this game. But every character seems to have one plus button. Jamie's is the crouch medium punch, Kimberly's is the crouch medium kick right there. So those are things that you have to look at, but it's only just like the one button that you have to learn to recognize. Unlike, you know, if you're fighting M. Bison in Street Fighter V, you got to recognize like 17 different things that are all plus. Yeah. But as you can see
That's
there,
probably
JB,
dead.
yeah, JB getting that command throw at the 3 drunken levels over there. Drunken levels do reset in between rounds. And yeah,
Oh,
so there
nice
you go.
combo.
Yeah, he gets the follow up after his. So his super doesn't do as much damage, but he gets the follow up afterwards, especially if you have the resources for that drive rush juggle.
I can see people being pretty annoyed at Jamie once the game comes out and people get their levels a lot easier because you're gonna just take that command grab into CA and it's basically like G's command grab if you think about it.
Oh no!
People did not like G.
Oh man, you just gave me flashbacks here. Yeah, getting command thrown and dying. So, oh man. Yeah, but of course, again, having a lot of these players so for someone like 801 Strider. You haven't actually played him a lot in Street Fighter games, huh?
I played him a couple times at Street Fighter League, the one season
Oh, right,
we were both
right.
there. But I think after that year, he basically quit Street Fighter 5 because like all the tournaments were online and stuff. And,
Right, yeah.
online tournaments are not really for everyone.
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting to get back into the offline tournaments again. Right?
Yeah, there'll be a lot more hype, a lot more competition.
Do you miss offline tournaments a lot?
I do somewhat. I actually do like online tournaments as well, so I'm glad there's a mix still of the CPT because traveling is pretty expensive and it kind of takes a lot out of you. So it's nice to have some where you can focus on competing from your home, like playing your best.
Yeah.
And then some where you're actually traveling and like seeing everyone in person.
Playing in 2 tournaments in the same day, online tournaments.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got a perfect parry.
I think he
in that
missed his
situation.
punish though.
Yeah. So, people have talked about I'm so terrified of Zangief perfect punish into SPDs. And, you have to remember that perfect punishes is a 2-frame window.
Yeah, it's actually really hard. You would think that, it seems like it would be easier to time even during like block streams, but it's actually pretty rough.
Yeah. I mean, just as a comparison, if you guys are familiar with Third Strike, that's like a 11 or 13 frame window or something like that, and so having a 2-frame window for the perfect parry, tough and also scales your damage a lot afterwards, so that's something that you have to be aware of as well. They definitely didn't want to make it too strong.
Yeah, I think at high level it's going to be very important though, especially against fireballs, so you can keep walking forward. Because even with regular parry, you get your drive gauge back, but you don't get to actually advance really, and you're kind of just stuck taking the fireball. But with the perfect parry against fireballs, you can keep walking forward. You can even cancel into a button to punish if you're close enough.
I thought he had the jump-in combo right there. Didn't quite get it. JV trying to win this match. Again, there is no elimination, so whoever loses this match will just be seeded 4th from this group starting tomorrow. So they'll be starting in the loser's bracket, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, let's go into the level 3 over here. She actually gets a buff off of this level 3, but is she even need it? I don't think this is going to kill.
It's not going to matter.
Oh, it did.
Oh, wow.
It did kill. I'm never right on this, Nephew.
Yeah,
I'm never right on this.
Actually, a lot of the supers and critical arts in this game have that little pixel at the end. Right? I feel like it's perfect for you to say your line.
Man. It's just going to be that much harder for me on combat. I'm just, you know what? I say it in the game, so I'll just let myself in the game do it, and I won't say it in live anymore. So, but yeah, there you see a lot of that spray can, the grenade pressure right there, keeping the block strings alive.
Yeah, it's such a scary mix-up too because the throw actually combos into the spray can as well. So
I love it.
It's a hit into throw, or you could shimmy as well. So
yeah, so it's kind of like a 50-50. But again, it's nice because if you have a wake up EX, it blows up both of those options. So now at least you have to keep the Kimberly a little bit worried.
JB's at drink level 3 now, so he's got that command grab. I think he's probably gonna have that in mind.
Oh yeah, taking advantage of stealing turns right there, right? You got the plus frames from Kimberly. JB hasn't been able to find a way in.
I think he can actually combo from that, but he missed it.
Yeah, it looked like a punish counter, so I think it should have been able to counter after that.
Just needs one more, but JB also just needs one more hit basically. If he canceled that.
Yeah. Oh, he could have confirmed that. He didn't quite do it. Oh boy.
Oh, that hit.
That was a second kick.
Yeah, the second kick of that, I guess, hit her crouch fierce. I'm guessing that's what he tried to do.
Oh.
That was very unlucky, I feel like.
That was crazy. Oh man, just needs the cross up right here. It goes in straight up into the target combo. That's plus. That little flip kick from Kimberly is plus, so very deceiving. Definitely get away with that a lot against people.
Yeah, JB's close to burnout, but he gets himself out of the corner, so he's not at risk of it anymore.
Now, one of the nice things about this too is that, you know, in Street Fighter V, sweeps were really, really not very usable. But in this game, oh, here we go. Here's some of these cool bomb combos over here. What does he go for? He goes for the level 3. So yeah, again, she gets a speed boost for the rest of the game. So
yeah, so even in the next round after this might kill.
Yeah. So even in this round, she's always gonna have some the speed boost right now. You can always tell by the spider sense coming out of her head. But see, like the sweeps, you can actually use sweeps a lot more in this game. You see Jamie and Kimberly both just kind of throwing out the sweeps at max range.
Yeah, it seems like it's a lot easier to whiff punish things in general, and the whiff punishes lead to like way more reward than in Street Fighter 5, for instance, because everything is a punish counter. So if you punish counter with like a medium kick, you'll have 4 more frames of frame advantage than you would normally.
And the nice thing about it is the game in the training mode, they're going to have all that information with the nice little graphic for you guys, help you understand frame data a little bit more. It's a very complex, concept to understand.
Oh, I think that.
Oh, he dropped the combo, but then he finished it off over there. So there you go, 801 Strider with the Kimberly, taking it over JB. Nicely done, nicely done.
I mean, COVID just kind of.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's all you need to say.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like
COVID messed everything up, changed everybody's focus.
Yeah, and it's, for me, I play so I can play offline.
Right.
I use online as a means to an end, as practice, so I can, use what I learned, what I've practiced for offline, and with that being gone, the motivation was just dead.
Yeah, for sure. But
now with 6.
Yeah, how much of the beta did you manage to play for Street Fighter 6?
I played a bit.
And I see you using Kimberly. That was my favorite character as well, so I love seeing you do some damage with that character.
You have great taste.
But how do you feel about 6? And is this something that you're very interested in coming back and trying to regain some of that dominance that you had?
I'm interested in competing in it. If I'm good at it or not, that's a different question altogether, right? I'm interested in competing in it, and it's like starting from square one, basically. I'm gonna be one of the newbies. Everybody's gonna be a newbie.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, your story is like one of my favorite ones to talk about, when it comes to Street Fighter, because it was you and Renzo, of course, Peru. The two of you out in Utah, you didn't have quite the scene like NLBCs or Wednesday night fights and such, but it was really you and Renzo just pushing each other to just keep getting stronger and stronger. And then you're, 2-time Capcom Cup qualifier? Or is it a 3-time Capcom Cup qualifier? Exactly. So, just showing how even before we had online, you were able to get to that level. And now with online, it's just, these strong players like Ending Walker and stuff can come from pretty much anywhere now.
Yeah. No, you don't need a strong local scene anymore. Back then, if you didn't live in Cali, SoCal or the East Coast, you were at a huge disadvantage.
Right.
But now with online, you're connected to everybody. It's going to come down to who wants it the most, basically.
Yeah, and I mean, talk to me about how that was, just having you and Renzo going at it, just helping each other become such strong players. What's the key to having a duo like that, be able to keep each other growing that much stronger?
The key is you guys need to be very competitive. Me and Renzo are very competitive. And if, we were very close in skill, so we try to edge each other out, and during that process, we both improved.
Right.
So that's what happens in a local scene, but you usually have a lot of people like that, right? Like NLBC, there's at least 7 players that are on that level.
Yeah.
Now you just condense it to, just one other player, but that's really all you need. As long as the hunger's there and you keep wanting to improve, it's going to happen.
Yeah, because one of the things that's, interesting to talk about is that, despite the fact that the netcode is so good, There are some people who just don't have the ability to play online, you know, or their internet just isn't that high quality. So again, if you can just find one other person and just train with them, you can be a three-time Capcom Cup qualifier as well. So there you go. Oh man.
Hey, what do you think of Guile in this game?
I think everybody except, well, even KnuckleDu admitted how strong he is. I think most people agree that Guile's a very strong character. I mean, I felt like he blew up Kimberly. I don't know if you felt the same way about that too, but
Yeah.
you're a better player than I am.
You have to take a lot of risks. But I feel like that's what Guile forces most characters to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, clearly this character is very strong, but also, you know, coming from a Street Fighter 2 background, this is how kind of Guile was in the days, and you know, we had to figure out how to fight him. We're kind of not used to that right now because 5 gave us so many anti-projectile tools, and 4 we could focus the fireball and build up our ultra meter, and so Guile had to be like, maybe I should stop doing this, you know. And so I think we're just gonna have to build up a lot of that kind of classic strategy again on how to take out Guile. If
Block and block.
Yep,
Block and block. Patience. Can't just bulldoze. Well, actually, Nephew's doing a really good job on bulldoze.
Yeah, gets the cancel over here. Oh, goes to the Feng Shui engine and uses that for the reset over here. Not going to be quite enough to kill. And there's that EXX move.
Well, plus a burnout. Oh!
He wasn't even scared of that.
Oh! Oh!
Wow!
That crouch fear's lost to that jump roundhouse. That's amazing.
We've almost that crouch fierce trades like all the time.
Yeah, that is amazing. That's unfortunate.
So this is going to be the last match of today to find out the seeding for 2nd and 3rd place over here. And again, you guys are going to be playing the full 8-man elimination bracket starting tomorrow. And of course, first prize is a beautiful laptop here, so you know, definitely a nice thing to get. And we've seen a lot of the fighting game players taking their laptops, playing at the airports, you know, while they're waiting for their flights and such. So it's going to be a nice prize, nice thing to take home from the trip.
It's cool that we basically got a round robin between all the players. I think everyone played each other once.
Oh, nice. Okay. Whoa, what the heck? Yeah. Jump back light. That was like Season 1 Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, I think he thought that Strider would do the jump over. So that's why he tried that.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, if she just does the forward heavy kick leap, she's safe on block, but it's not her turn. No reaction. Oh, I think he thought it was going to be the big
punish counter.
Yeah, for some reason. But yeah, oh yeah.
He was just charging the whole time.
Yeah, he's waiting for it. I mean, that's one of the tough things about Kimberly. You know, she's got that nice little teleport that can get past projectiles, the EX one, falling on top of your head, but there's such a big, obvious visual cue that she's doing it. Unlike Strider, of course, using the run slide.
He still got hit.
Yeah.
You get a combo after that one?
No. Actually, maybe, I wonder if you could run
like
slide.
Yeah.
Now that I've never actually thought about trying. Now I need to...
That's how that might actually be broken if she can combo after a block this.
Okay, and finishes the combo. Doesn't go for a reset, just goes for the knockdown and for some pressure over here. And again, really taking advantage of Kimberly's walk speed, because that's what she's really all about, is that walk speed.
Du has full CA, so he could definitely get this round.
Oh yeah,
he's not gonna kill, I don't think so. He's not gonna spend it.
Yeah, but now he's also has this potential to, you know, put her into the tired state right here. Look at him trying to drain all that meter off of there, put her in the burnout state. That's punishable.
Yeah, I was hoping that was plus.
Yeah,
spaced it.
Yeah, you can space it so that you can get a combo off of it, and so like. It's so tempting to throw out all the time, but a lot of times you have to be perfectly spaced to make sure it hits to be safe on block.
Yeah, and even if you don't block it, there's other ways they can bait it, like jumping or back dash. A little bit scary. He tried a drive reversal there, didn't find its mark.
Yep, and this is what Kimberly does. Now, interestingly enough, one of the biggest changes between 5 and 6 is that after you get a forward throw in the corner, like Kimberly can forward throw and dash, and she's plus. Like that doesn't happen in Street Fighter 5. Like they made sure everybody's minus in that situation. But Kimberly can actually forward throw, dash up, and still beat you with crouching light punch as long as you don't do like an EX flash kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a change I like because I kind of don't like the looping vortex. I like the take the throw of Street Fighter 5 where there's an option where you just take some damage but then you're out of the blend.
Right.
But here, like the punishment is like if you're in the corner, then you just have to take all of it.
Yeah, corner is so more dangerous in this game than I think it's ever been, to be honest. Okay, goes for the setup with the bomb. Yep, keeping the block string going there. Now KnuckleDu trying to get back over here.
Oh, I think that's what you tried with the light punch last time.
Yeah, that was nice. KnuckleDu showing some of that character knowledge over there. Yeah. Okay, you're spending 3 bars. Again, canceling a move into a drive rush, a very powerful tool. Gets you a free offense, free plus frame, but it's very expensive on that meter gauge.
Yeah, 3 bars is a lot because it puts you so close to burnout that like after spending that, you kind of can't spend any more meter. If you spend an EX, it's out of it.
But this will definitely kill the level 3 here. So 801 Strider, okay, taking a game off of KnuckleDu. And, you know, we were talking on stream a little bit earlier. We feel like Guile, obviously, he does well against a lot of characters here. Feel like he does really well against Kimberly. But of course, once Kimberly gets you in that corner, once she gets that offense going, it's very, very scary.
Yeah, Strider's setups have been looking really good. He gets a bomb mix-up off of like any knockdown, it seems like.
And that's the tricky thing about Kim is that her bombs go from 2 to 1 to 0, and then you have to do it to reload again. So you really have to be careful of the bomb management. I have tried to throw bombs when I had 0 bombs so many times. And I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? Mm-hmm. But again, if you have that managed properly, you should be able to keep that pressure here and get that free continued pressure or get the free mix-ups in the corner.
Yeah, I think if you don't just throw it out in neutral, then most likely those 2 mix-ups are going to lead to death or pretty close to it. But using it in neutral seems like it could be a pretty good way to get into because you can kind of slide behind it or drive rush behind it.
Well, here we go. Pressure, throw pressure here. That's plus frames, and it looks like KnuckleDu knows that. He's going to not press any buttons afterwards and go back now to the Sonic Boom game and standing medium kick anti-air.
It's like a funny looking button, but I think it seems like his best anti-air in this build at least.
Do you expect the game to change a lot for these 8 characters, you think, by the time it's released?
I wouldn't think by too much, but hopefully they tone down some of Guile's normals. I feel like they just go a little bit too far, like his upside down kick and his fullback kick.
Oh, look at this. You were just talking about that vortex, and he just got 3 throws in a row.
That's so scary.
Oh, that was a counter hit. More counter hits. Strider's just trying to find one single hit with that standing light kick.
I think he might be dead.
Yeah, I think you're dead right there at the level 1.
Oh. Anyways.
Dang, all that. Strider was just trying to find that one last hit after that sequence of 3 throws in a row. But again, KnuckleDu showing just why he is a former Capcom Cup champion. This guy's so patient, so calm. Yeah. He's at match point now. Gets the overhead off the drive, which gives him the plus frames and the combo.
Yeah, I feel like he has all the momentum now after winning that last round.
Yeah, it's so hard to not let that kind of a round affect you.
Especially against Guile, and now Strider's burned out, so it's pretty much over.
Oh boy.
Especially against Guile because the booms are going to do chip damage.
Yeah, everything's plus now. I mean, talk to me about that though. Like, you know, you've been in these situations before where you're like, I just need to do this kill, one touch, and then big comeback happens against you. How do you recover from that, especially when you don't have a, you know, match end to kind of think about it? You're just jumping into the next round.
Yeah, you just kind of have to forget about it. Like in your mind, you can be like, okay, that was a little bit dumb. Let's not do that again or do something similar. Let's just make some good decisions because if there's still rounds left in the set, if there's still games, like you can definitely still win. So you just can't let that get to you.
Yeah,